What up, guys? It's week 9 of documenting my journey, and it's actually kind of cool because I've pretty much documented like the new company Personal Network CRM from the beginning. So you guys are getting to really see what the journey is like through and through. But first, I'm gonna get into the beginning bit of the social life. Now, I like to always start with this because it's important to show that while I'm in college, I'm not a complete bum. I do things outside of school that are unique and are fun. So over this last week, some of the things I did were one, I went out with my friends. My friend I'm rooming with in Luxembourg. I wanted to get to know him better. Saw a bunch of people when I went out. I talked to a woman this week. Holy shit. Um, and then I also got with my team one night and our friend Kennedy, and all well we all did something different. I all drank tequila, and we tried to come up with a name idea for our company because Personal Network CRM, it's long, it gets to the point, but it's long and it's not like a good company name. So we came up with a bunch of funny stuff. It was a great brainstorming session, honestly, and we had a good time, like, team bonding. I think it's so important to do like that, you do that type of stuff with your team because it really unleashes those creativity juices. But that was really about it on that end. I actually hung out with my mom today for a bit, which was fun, and called my brother. So a lot of good stuff through and through. But let's get right into what I did this week. So first, we're going to start off with Sparkly. This is going to be the last time I really talk about it. It's done. Um, as I talked about the last week, we had the cult founder Tinder. He kind of solidified that it's not really exitable, and I don't know if I should make a post about it or not. But we're just working on the new thing, right? We moved on. We're keeping it up. I got to pay some money to keep it up every month, which is not insignificant, but it's not too much. And yeah, it's done. So that's done. Not everything succeeds, but it didn't necessarily fail because what I learned throughout it, taught me where I am today. So moving on to the next thing, eBay. Before I get to Personal Network CRM, we have Colin on, so I got to onboard him this week. But really, last week we called over. We didn't do way too much on it, but we're working on a new deal with a new guide, so we might bring in a new stream of revenue for that, which will be exciting. And then going on the Personal Network CRM, I will say that a lot of this week has been just documenting what I've been doing for it on X. I've been posting like day X, day Y, day Z, and I list like what I'm doing each day and get a picture. And that's just been, it's good for myself, documenting like those little things you're doing each day. But I was looking back at it and I saw, I've grown. I'm at like 50 followers on X now, which is a small win, right? I at least gained a follower a day. And then also, like, I've learned a lot through, I've just been doing a lot of marketing. So like I added people and I was like, give me an internship, blah, 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 like just doing random stuff on there. And it works decently well, believe it or not. I also got a user from X this week, like just from my post, and someone bought it, like right there. Because it's a good idea, but I didn't even say what the idea was. He just wanted to try it out, give us some feedback, which I thought was so cool. And that's the power of social media, really. And a lot of this week, I was just, I don't even know, just helping bring stuff together. This wasn't a crazy productive week by me by any means. I'm gonna get more on it this week for sure. And I think a lot of it was just figuring stuff out, still adjusting to the Sparkly thing. I'm trying to put all the stuff together from Sparkly. Part of it was riding the wave of winning the 25 under 25 thing where 6 people were selected to, I don't know when, to represent, whatever. A lot of it was just dealing with that type of stuff, a lot of networking. I went to a lunch with these guys that did extreme experiences, and they like own like 80 supercars and 50 locations across the country. I thought that was so cool, and they just told me a lot about their sales processes. And then got a talk with a good guy who works at Google Ventures. Shout out Michael Parker, and we chopped it up. Got to ask some good questions. One of them was like, "Do you guys have a founders blacklist?" and he actually said no, but they do keep tabs on founders. So over time, like through meeting them, they're building that relationship. So like they said sometimes they'll invest in like younger founders even if they don't like the idea, so that like down the line on their sixth or seventh company, unironically 6 7, they like they'll actually invest like a big check, which I thought was interesting. And he said a lot of like their job is like just trusting in the team's abilities to make investments. So someone like puts their reputation on the line, says I'm investing this, even though everyone else says no, that can happen, which is interesting about Google Ventures. And then aside from that, yeah, it's been kind of slow this week, sluggish, I'd say, from me. I did laundry, went shopping, got some like new stuff, got this Oro Piana hat, which I think is fire. But aside from that, really, it's been preparing for this week. This week's just a big walk-in. Got a lot of calls, bringing on more people in personal networks here. I'm getting good feedback. We're trying to find product market fit. So a lot of it just managing that. And I'm also helping on the PM side, like helping actually make it look and work good. So it's been really a lot of that. And then I'm also writing a book with my friend Noah on AI for dummies, basically. So we've kind of been ideating, putting in a little work for that. And Dollar in the Dorm too, another thing. Like we've been trying to make a morning thing where each morning we're gonna wake up and say like what our why is, and then what like thing we're going to try to accomplish that day as like an accountability group. So that's kind of our thing for that. So we have a lot going on, and it's really just managing that, getting it all done. So this week was scattered, doing a lot but getting a little done. This week I'm trying to focus on things and get shit done. That's really the goal. So also I need to get my grades up. This is so cooked. My mom's on me. She's like, if you do bad 2 semesters in a row, we're not going to pay for your college. So I gotta lock in. I gotta actually start trying in school. But that's why I'm here, I guess, right? So I will see you guys in the next, but I hope you all had a lovely week, and let me know if you guys need anything. Bye.